10 of the best products for acne-prone skin that are under $30. Recently I did a video on products that were under or about $15 that were great for the treatment of acne. And for people on a budget, that is an amazing video that really goes through the science of some skincare and why it works. But when it does come to some additional options, such as my favorite sunscreen for acne-prone skin, those have been a little bit more expensive and didn't fit into that under 15 video. So I wanted to do another option for people who maybe have a little bit more of a budget, but who still don't want to spend a ridiculous amount, and share how they actually work in the skin, as well as the prices and why I like them. So let me start by saying sunscreen. This is one of my favorite sunscreens for acne-prone skin. It is the SPF 30 oil-free moisturizer from Juice Beauty. It is formulated with organic ingredients, and as an acne sufferer, it is one of the only things that has not broken me out. Sunscreen is essential. It's a lot easier to prevent sun damage, wrinkles, aging, and pigmentation than it is to treat it, which is why sunscreen should be worn every single day. But as an acne sufferer who also doesn't want to damage the coral reefs, it is very hard for me to find products that don't break out my skin, that don't have avobenzones and oxybenzones, and that aren't super greasy and nasty in a way that breaks me out. So this is a physical sunscreen. The formula is also really nice. It does blend in super smooth. You might need to rub a little bit because it does have that zinc dioxide, but it is one of my favorites and highly recommended if you are blemish prone. Next, I wish that these existed when I was in high school. These are the Peace Out Acne Dots. I first started using these a little bit over a year ago, and these are actually targeted acne spot treatments. I was one of the judges for the Teen Vogue Acne Awards, and these were up for the running. They did win an award by myself and by other estheticians, dermatologists, and skincare professionals because of how good they are. But essentially, this is literally a patch that goes over your largest cyst or your biggest active pimple, and it works throughout the day. It has salicylic acid at 0.5%, which if you've ever read your labels before, you know that salicylic acid is clinically proven as well as over-the-counter effective to treat acne. But the other thing that's in here is vitamin A and aloe vera. Now, one of the biggest problems is that as an acne sufferer, you apply your product, but especially if it's here on the body or something, your shirt can wipe it off. If you sweat throughout the day, you might sweat off that moisturizer, that serum, or that spot treatment. This actually comes with the hydrocolloid dressing, which is what is used in medical situations to treat people who come in with wounds or have had bad accidents and end up in the ER. And what it means is that it actually keeps these active ingredients on the skin so that they can work throughout the day. They look clear, pretty much look invisible, and on top of that, it's allowing your skin to stay hydrated and to stay moist. A lot of times scarring can happen if skin dries out too quickly. Moisture has been shown to help with scars and wound healing. And for those of us who have acne, scarring is part of the process. So for $19, you get 20 pimples, which they call a month's supply. Of course, that depends on who you are and how bad your acne is, but these are one of my favorites, and I wish that I knew about these earlier. I absolutely love these. Another product I am obsessed with is from MyChelle. MyChelle is a more natural line, and this is one of my favorite moisturizers. It was hard to include moisturizers in the under 15 category, and it's even hard to include them in this under 30 because most of my favorite acne prone moisturizers are over 30 bucks, but this one is amazing. Now, full transparency, this is the Remarkable Retinal Night Cream, and I think it is like $45, but I found it for $25 on Amazon, or $24 or $35. So therefore, it is under $30 for as long as Amazon has it, even if it is normally more, and this is one of my favorites. Again, we touched briefly on retinol and retinal, but essentially all of these different retinols, retinals, and retinoic acids belong in that vitamin A family. Retinoic acid is prescription only, and it is super potent. You're talking Accutane if it's oral, or something like Tazorac cream if you use it topically from a prescription. The biggest step down that you can get over the counter is retinaldehyde, which is what's in here. A step down from that is retinol. And retinaldehyde is so amazing because it does help with active acne. It can help to stop your skin from overproducing oil. It can help the skin regenerate, meaning less wrinkles, more collagen production, and help with scarring. So this is an amazing ingredient, but it is so hard to find. This one is in a suspension. Again, they put it in a night cream, so it is pretty thick. This one has a lot of shea butter and it has some oils in it. If I were to personally formulate it, I would use retinaldehyde in a completely different solution, but for what is available, which is limited, this is one of the best things you can get. And on Amazon, it is $25. If you've got acne, if you're worried about aging, if you have pigmentation, wrinkles, sunspots, boom shakalaka. By the way, none of these products test on animals, obviously. Thank you. This next product is one from Paulas Choice, and this is what I love for body acne. This is the Resist Weightless Body Treatment with 2% BHA for all skin types. And specifically what I like this for is that if you tend to break out because your clothing rubs against you or you sweat a lot, or if you have KP, Ketosis pilaris, those little sugar bumps on the skin, maybe even on your legs or on the backs of your arms, this is an awesome choice. Has 2% salicylic acid, which is pretty high, and it helps to exfoliate and leave the skin feeling soft. Because it breaks down the glue in between those cells, it helps the skin exfoliate more readily, and it has been shown to help with acne. They also put some antioxidants in here, which again help to nourish the skin. Now, when you look at the ingredients, this does contain dimethicone and PEGs. Dimethicone is an ingredient that I've been learning a lot more about, and back like 5 to 10 years ago, I had a very negative perception of it. My thoughts are kind of changing as I grow and as I learn, but there are PEGs in here as well. And while in this product, I still support it. If dimethicone or PEGs are something that you do not like or that you are sensitive to, of course don't go for this product. But if you do have body acne, and if you wear foundation, or if you use primers, or if you use other moisturizers that have dimethicone or PEGs, because most of them do, and you find that those work for you, this is something that should not bother you at all. So we're gonna be doing a skin science video on dimethicone and silicone, and why they are nasty, and also why they are wonderful, and why there is misinformation about them, and what I used to believe versus what I know now, versus what the truth is by science, versus the drama that's being spread on the internet. But until that video, 24 bucks, Paula's Choice, a really good way to go. Next, the Fizz Mask from Dermalogica. This is a product that I wish that I had found out about earlier. It goes on pretty evenly, kind of like a serum, but then it starts to fizz up on your skin, and it is meant to decrease blackheads. Now, what I love about this is that it has sulfur in it. Sulfur is amazing. It is scientifically proven to help with acne. It can really help to get rid of active breakouts as well as blackheads, and I feel like there aren't a lot of products that are good that have a lot of sulfur in them. So this is one of them that I really like. And on top of that, it does have kale and clay. It does have some different oils, such as tea tree oils, and it's not overly drying. It's also really fun to use. You know, you put it on, it fizzes up, and overall, I have found that this is great for blackheads, it is great for large pores, and it does not irritate active acne. If anything, it is helpful for it. Now, if you have severe cystic acne or scars, this might not do much, but especially for people who have tried benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid and it no longer works for them, sulfur is something that I feel is very underutilized. So this is a really great option, and overall just a fun face mask. Next, this is one of my personal favorites, which I think is a secret hidden weapon. This is Dr. Bronner's Pure Castile Soap. This little bottle costs between, I think $16 and $25. It depends on where you get them. I get them on Amazon, and I actually like to get the major container because it's cheaper and then I can just fill them. But this is Castile Soap, which is very abrasive. Some people use it for cleaning, some people use it as laundry detergent, has a lot of different uses. But I have found that this has been monumental in my skincare. And the reason why is because of the way it breaks down oil, dirt, and foundation. I've said it before, we're gonna say it again. Think about your foundation. Does it say 8-hour wear, 24-hour wear, right? Foundation is made to sit on your skin and to last. And a lot of people who cleanse their skin don't cleanse it properly. And even though your skin might look super clean, that doesn't mean that you actually got stuff out of your pores and that it is actually clean. Especially for those of us who have oily skin, oil can be very irritating. It can be hard to remove if you have an excess of it. This is Castile Soap. And a lot of people get it wrong too. They look at it and they say, wait, this is organic oils. It's hemp oil, maybe it has coconut oil or tea tree oil. I'm not putting oil on my skin. Please note that this is saponified oil. The saponification process usually uses lye. Sometimes it can use, a different compound, but The good ones use alkaline water, oils, and then go through this process where it turns the oils into soap. So even though it's made with oils, it is not an oil product. The oil after this process is no longer an oil. It becomes like a micelle, basically a nanoparticle. And this has been going on for thousands and thousands of years. The Imperial Chinese did it, the Egyptians did it, I think back in Roman times they were using it, and soap has been around for quite a long time. Now again, this can be drying, but the reason that I love it is because when I use it, it actually breaks down makeup. It doesn't just remove it, it actually breaks it down. It grabs onto dirt, oil, stuff that's left over, and takes it off of the skin. Now my skin is very oily, so I can tolerate it. When I do get out of the shower or when I finish washing my face, I do need a moisturizer because this can be drying, and I do recommend that you dilute it. Now, there are no medical papers or research studies that have been done on applying Castile soap to your face. This is my personal experience and the experience of many other people who have told me that this has worked for them, and I feel so honored that other people are interested in learning and trying out different things for themselves. I think that education and exploration are two of the greatest gifts that we have as human beings. But for what it's worth, I think it's around $16. It has been monumental for me and for other people, and I believe that this was one of the key components to making sure that I get makeup off my face that has helped my skin clear. So Castile soap, and if it doesn't work for you, it makes a great laundry detergent or a dish soap. And I think the bottle even says you can wash your pets with it. Yeah, you can wash your dog with it. All I need now is a dog. These are the Pixi Glow To Go tonic pads. I love these. In the under 15 video, we talked about the travel size of the Pixi Glow Tonic. This is essentially the Glow Tonic in a pad form. So this makes the Glow Tonic even more effective for reaching body areas, for getting sweat, for getting makeup, or even irritation from a necklace that might be causing blackheads or breakouts off of your chest. And it is great for your nose, for those little blackhead areas. This is 5% glycolic acid, which is really good at penetrating into the skin. It's a nice exfoliating acid. It gets really deep. It's also got aloe vera and ginseng. Again, aloe vera is super hydrating. Ginseng is a nice antioxidant. And overall, this is something that I love, especially when I'm on the go, if I'm going to the gym, if I'm traveling. You can't take liquids on planes all the time, but they let you take these. And it's also a really good visual check. You know, sometimes if I remove my makeup, I want to see if it's all gone. Just because it looks all gone on my skin doesn't mean it is. So I can take this, wipe it across my face, and actually see, did I get all the foundation off, or is it still a gunky, chunky, funky mess? So $18 for 60 pads, which is like a 2-month supply, or a 1-month supply if you do it twice a day. Highly recommended. And Pixi by Petra is also a more natural line, which is something that I do appreciate. Meow meow tweet! This is one of the coolest little spot treatments called a spot serum. I use it as a spot treatment, but this is made for acne prone skin, and it is made with oils, specifically jojoba oil and esters. Jojoba oil mimics the sebum that our skin has naturally. And for those of us who are prone to breakouts, it might be that our oil is being overproduced because we're dehydrated, or there could be other things going wrong in the skin. Jojoba has been shown in some medical studies to actually be hydrating to the skin, to be calming, to be nourishing, and people really like the slip, the hydration, and the smoothness, the feel of their skin after usage. And on top of this, this has other ingredients such as thyme extract and even a little bit of mint. Now, mint is super cool because it can actually work on pain receptors. Sometimes it leaves the skin feeling a little bit tingly. I think this has eucalyptus in it. And eucalyptus as well can do that. These are really cool though because they can help to pull other products deeper in the skin. And again, this mint can have anti-pain properties. There are receptors in your skin that specifically hold on to menthol, which can blur pain or the perception of pain, as well as CBD is part of the endocannabinoid system. If you guys want a video on these CBD products, let me know. As someone who has never smoked the marijuana and who does not plan to, I've never had weed. I do think I come from a very non-biased perspective when it comes to looking at CBD oil or CBD infused products. So let your girl know and we can do it. But until then, I will continue applying this to my skin. Again, I really like the way that it helps to dull the pain from some of my more cystic pimples or my more jawline breakouts. And then on top of that, it has the jojoba oil, which does help my skin feel a little bit more hydrated. And that eucalyptus and the thyme, It makes me feel like I'm in my grandma's garden. It smells so good, it's so relaxing, and overall, scientifically, those could help to pull other products deeper into the skin. So maybe it means that this one will work a little bit better. This is from OLEHENRIKSEN. It is a toner, and they actually have two of these. One is in the green bottle, but this is the blue bottle, which I like better. This one is specifically the Glow To OH Dark Spot Toner. Now, for people who are higher on the Fitzpatrick scale, the Fitzpatrick scale is a measure of people's genetic disposition to how their skin reacts to products or to sun exposure. And for people who are a 3, 4, 5, or 6 on that scale, pigmentation can be a huge problem. It may be used a product that causes pigmentation, girls who get their lips waxed, or even men who get their upper lip waxed, or even picking or acne can cause this. And it can be really damaging because, you know, at first you had upper lip hair or a pimple, and now you have a mark that is lasting 6 months to the rest of your life. And a lot of the products that are out there contain ingredients that might be toxic to the liver if it's hydroquinone. And on top of that, a lot of products out there are not safe for acne-prone skin. Even though they treat the pigmentation, they're not necessarily good for acne. This is one from OLEHENRIKSEN that is great for acne that also treats the pigmentation. Again, whether it's the white colored pigmentation or some of the dark purple or brown looking patches, this can make a difference. The ingredients I actually have right here are water, glycolic acid, again that AHA acid that has such a small molecule it can get really deep into the skin and actually help where the pigmentation is being formed. It's also got some witch hazel. Witch hazel is an amazing astringent, which is why this is a toner. It's got some lactic acid. Lactic acid, like glycolic acid, it's an AHA acid that really does a number on helping the skin resurface. It does have some polysorbates. It does have perfume, which I'm not a fan of, but it has glycerin, which is hydrating. We've got some licorice root extract, we have sugarcane extract, and we have sandalwood, benzoic acid, a couple of root ferments, and overall, this is something that will not only help with that pigmentation issue, but it will also be safe for acne-prone skin. The green one is also a great option. It's not that I don't like the green one, I just like this one better. It's non-drying to the skin, and it is a beautiful toner or an essence. Because I would use this all over the face, I would consider this an essence. Also, all my scars are here, so yeah. Thank you, Ole. Oh, Ula. I'm so sorry. This is OLEHENRIKSEN. I always pronounce this brand incorrectly. It is OLEHENRIKSEN, not OLEHENRIKSEN. But we're just gonna call it Ole because I dream of rain, Ole, Ole. Ole, Ole, Ole. Bet you didn't know I could do that. The very last product is $29, and this one is from LATHER. This is an acne advanced blemish control serum that I really, really love. You would use this before a moisturizer. Again, most of my favorite acne prone moisturizers are over $30, but if you can't afford that, or if you just don't want to spend money on that, this is a really good alternative that does not dry the skin. Again, a serum is much more lightweight than a moisturizer, so it penetrates deeper, and it won't be as hydrating, but because of the ingredients here, I absolutely love this. The first ingredient is aloe vera, a really nice base ingredient to suspend a lot of other actives in. Then they have yarrow root extract, which is again very high in antioxidants and can help with oil control. They have a little bit of fennel extract, which is nice and refreshing to the skin. They have cypress leaf, mentha, again that peppermint that can help with physical pain. There's a little bit of xanthan gum, which is actually found in food as well to make it a little bit more sticky. You have salicylic acid, which is your acne fighting ingredient as approved by the FDA. And then it's got rosemary in there, it's got tea tree, which is one of my favorite oils, which is antimicrobial, antibacterial, and potentially even antifungal. And then you have geranium, a little bit of camphor, and a little bit of lemongrass oil. This is a really great serum, and it has these anti-blemish properties from AHA, from BHA, and all of these natural ingredients. And again, nothing in here is a weird preservative, and LATHER gives back to communities. Their packaging is recyclable. They donate a lot of money to the places that they source their ingredients. I don't use all of their products because one of them has like dead fish in them. gross. But as far as the vegan ones, the ones that are plant-based, I really love and I can totally get behind. If you do want a video on the products that I love for acne that are over $30, please let me know. I know that those are a little bit more expensive, but that's where some of my favorite moisturizers are, and as you spend maybe 40 or 50 bucks, you can get some really potent actives that do a number on the breakouts. If you want to learn how to read your labels like I just did, which is how I make educated decisions as a consumer, you can watch a skin science video here. And if you do want to see the video on my favorite acne prone products that are under $15, you can watch that one here. Always remember to be beautiful, keep researching, exploring, and learning, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.